competencies required by employers. These should be very evident in your resume. How to structure a resume, such as eliminating white space, filling up all the space, how to structure it, formatting, how to engage your readers so they actually want to read your resume and continue. And then some powerful action verbs to help your resume stand out above the rest. All right. All right. All right.
Yeah, so hopefully the things we teach you guys today will help you feel more confident in preparing your resume and also taking the resume you have and kind of pushing it into that next level so that you really do wow the employers. And we're going to start with a resume quiz. So hopefully after our presentation you'll be able to score a higher score on this resume quiz. So we're going to start with this kind of as an icebreaker for you guys to see where you're at and see what skills you have to improve upon. So I'll just read these as we go, and then if the answer to this question for you is yes, then you get a point. And then we'll score the points at the end and see what category you kind of fall into. And then we'll kind of raise our hands depending upon what category you fall into, and you guys can earn some candy off that. So the first one, there are no pronouns in my resume. So you'll just kind of keep track for yourself. That's the first one. If the answer to that is yes, there are none, then you would give yourself a point. The second one, I have a one-page format. The third one, the education is at the top of you after you're identifying information and summary. So after that heading part, your education's right there on top. You get a point for that. A summary statement has been carefully crafted to differentiate myself from competitors. So this is different than an objective, but you have an actual summary statement. And we'll go into all of these afterwards, so keep your score going as you go. I have attached my resume as a PDF when I apply online so that it cannot be edited. I have not used words that include responsibilities include, or the word email, or the word phone. Number 7, I do not have a template. Number 8, my resume shows results. Number 9, I have quantified my accomplishments. Number 10, I have posted my LinkedIn URL on my resume and have posted my resume on my LinkedIn. Number 11, I tailor my master resume to each job that I apply to. Number 12, I have researched what employers are seeking and highlighted those skills with examples. Number 13, I've had my resume critiqued by a professional at the CDC, the Career Development Center. Number 14, I uploaded my default resume on ePack. Number 15, my resume looks appealing to the eye from an arm's length. 16, I feel proud to hand my resume out and I'm confident to pull it out when talking to other people. 17, I have searched Twitter for the most current resume trends. It's likely that very few of you have done that. I haven't done that. 18, I updated my resume with new achievements from last summer. 19, I have shared my resume with a mentor outside of the Career Development Center to get some other opinions. And then 20, my action verbs are powerful and I've avoided limp descriptions such as assisted. So now go ahead and try and tally them up either in your head or on paper, and then we'll talk about what your score was.
And if you didn't bring a resume, or you can't remember your resume, if you turn to side B of the resume we handed out, you could critique that one too.
So who here got 18 to 20 points? No one? You all scored higher than that? Oh, lower, okay. 16 to 17 points. Did anyone score 6? A few of you guys scored 16 to 17? Yeah, that's the resume master. So you've got a lot of things done. You guys can definitely get some candy for that. 14 to 15, you're a resume apprentice. Anyone get that? Good job, that's awesome. 11 to 13, you're resume challenged. Yeah, well that's awesome. That's why a lot of you are here today to help learn. I think I definitely am resume challenged sometimes as well. And 10 to last is resume phobic. You're afraid of resumes. Hopefully some of those fears will go away by the end of today.
Well, whatever your
Yeah.
okay, cool. Whatever your score was, this is why we're here, to learn. So it all starts with the connection point. That what really is. And the initial connection point can be in person and career fairs, like what you learned last week. Or it starts with a resume. And by that I mean, and you need them to invest in you, even if that investment is a minute or less long. And to achieve that, you need to make sure that your resume is a one-page resume, is consistent in styling, font type, font size, looks professional, appealing to the eye, as we say, from arm's length. And back to the connection point, well, connection is what would make the deciding the decision at the end. Think about it, really. If you are a recruiter or a hiring manager, and you have the most highly qualified person ever, okay, who would, you know for sure would do the job perfectly well, and you know someone who is so and so, but he'll learn, or she'll learn, but they are so personable, so likable. They are the type of person that you would spend hours talking to about how bad our basketball team is, as an example. Who would you hire at the end of the day? You would hire the so-and-so person. Why? Because he'll learn first and foremost. That's important. Okay? And at the end of the day, you'll spend more time working with your co-workers in the job more than you spend with your family, right? So you want someone who you like, right? You want someone who would enjoy spending dinner with, eating dinner with, spending time with.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's really important to engage your reader. Like Musab was saying, you really want to connect with them. So how do you do that? You'll have like your base resume. When I first created my resume, I just went on a blank Word document and kind of listed out all the different experiences that I've had, different skills that I've learned from those experiences, my grades, all those types of things. So I just had a list. And then from there, depending on what position I'm applying to or what employer I'm applying for, I would choose the specific qualifications that best fit that position and then include those on my actual resume. So it's really important to have, your base resume that you can pull from, but then every time that you're applying for a different position or to a different employer, you're really looking at what they're looking for because they're the ones reading it. You want to make that connection with them. So you want to make sure you're choosing different activities and different skills that you have from different experiences and making sure the most powerful and impactful ones are the ones that you're putting on that resume for them. So just taking the time to kind of think about from their position what they'd like to hear and then accordingly put them relevant.
So before we move on, what questions do you all have? Because we know this can get confusing and it's just going to get a little bit more difficult as we move on, so whatever questions you have now would be great. Yes, what's your name?
Sierra.
Hi, Sierra.
Nice to meet you.
What's the question?
My question is so your base resume, would that be more than one piece if you're technically having all of your experiences and everything?
Yes, so your master resume would just be where you place everything you've done, and then you can pull each experience that you have onto a new resume when you're applying for a new job. That's a great
Absolutely. So
question.
it can definitely be longer than a page. That'll be the resume that you're not showing other people. It's just for you to be able to pull. So yeah, if you've had lots of experiences, it could definitely be pages long. But that's not one you'd share with others.
Yeah, and definitely keep your master resume updated. Yeah. Yes. What's your name?
I'm Joseph.
Hey, Joseph. What's your question?
When should you start taking your high school skills or your high school accomplishments off your resume?
As you get more experience, things from high school have left less weight. So if you're a freshman, you could still have some. Sophomore, even then. But maybe once you get to your junior year, you should have enough experiences where it should be full of college level experiences.
But let's say you don't have a lot of college work experience as a sophomore. Can you still leave stuff up there from high school just to fill up the page?
Yeah, whatever's relevant to the job, as long as they have transferable skills, which we'll get into that later. Yeah, that's a great thing. Yes. Any more questions before we move on? All right. So here are the 4 core competencies that each employer is looking for graduate students when they hire graduate students. So professionalism and work ethic. First off, all these should be evident in your resume. So first off, professionalism and work ethic. If you have a really well-written resume, that shows professionalism. And then work ethic could be shown through all your experiences that you have. An experience I have is working at Goodberry's. It was very fast-paced, it was very stressful. I worked long hours, and it just sounds like I'm complaining, but I'm not. And there was also a lot of customer interaction. So if I added that on my resume, it could definitely show how I could explain how fast-paced it was, how I managed everything I had to do there. Some critical thinking and problem solving, that could also be used in your experience section, especially problem solving. Some keywords you could do in your descriptive bullet points are things like derived solutions for, things like that, stuff of that nature. And thesaurus.com is your friend, so if you have some iffy words that you want to improve, check on thesaurus.com and that'll help you out a little bit. Some teamwork and collaboration.